Welcome to the Wally Show Aftercast, all the stuff we didn't get to during the course of the show today. We got to talk about some soccer, Gavin.
Yeah, I can do that.
Gavin grew up playing soccer, and I'm curious if you've heard about these two people. One I know for sure, the other one I was speculating because I think I saw it right. There is a 14-year-old girl who just signed a deal to play women's professional soccer.
Okay.
Ooh, 14.
At 14. Like, that is crazy. She must be the best soccer player ever. She must be the Pele of, thank you, of women's soccer. Or is it a great, publicity stunt? I mean, because, it's hard to believe that you
that
can't.
A woman could do that at 14?
Correct.
She's not a woman yet.
Yeah, exactly. It's hard to
she's a
believe
girl.
there's not an adult that would be better for the team than a 14-year-old that's still developing. Even if you're really great, I guess if you're that good, then, you have her longer.
Look at Joey Chestnut or whatever his name
The competitive
is.
eater?
What does that have to do
didn't
with
he start at a really young age? And I'm sure that there were people that were older than him that could probably do a good job, but he still, at his age,
That is
didn't
the
matter.
best
He was the best at his
sports
craft.
reference I've ever
I would
heard of
consider that
to
a
make
sport.
that work. You don't see anybody in the NBA or the NFL playing at 14.
No, you don't. There are, and it is confusing because within football and the NBA, you do have legitimate, has to go to college for 1 year before they're able to.
But soccer's just
go
desperate.
Up. Soccer,
Somebody play us.
there must be a much quicker fast track because in Europe, a lot of kids do start playing soccer from just tiny ages.
Yeah, and it's safer, and you're not dealing with ginormous people. Now, there also, I just saw a story of a 14-year-old guy that was playing Major League Soccer.
Yes.
Did you see that
yeah,
one too?
He made a debut. Was he 14 or was he 16?
Maybe 16, but
he
I
was a
thought
teenager.
I thought when his first thing started talking, it was 14. Everything I saw was at 14.
I mean, these kids are young, and I don't put it past the talent that can be had at the age of 14. But it's so interesting because you're just not a fully developed human being at that age.
Yeah.
You can still be growing.
Yeah, at 14, I just don't. I mean, I can't see that you have all the skills that somebody that has another 4 years on you, because they used to have a rule you had to be 18 and up to play in Major League Soccer. That was until a 15-year-old sued them in 2022.
Oh, goodness.
If I'm the Soccer Federation and I lost this lawsuit that I felt was probably a good idea to, hey, let's have adults play. Let kids be kids. Let them get to this in a minute. They don't have to play professional soccer at 14. They're still in school. Let them be kids, and then when they're adults, let them play. If I was the Soccer Federation, I would have been like, all right, fine, you win. We're going to lower the age to 15, but I'm not letting anyone draft you. You did it. You won a lawsuit, but you're not playing because you still have to be invited into this league. So they totally could have controlled it, So I just feel
Maybe it has to do with money because you can get the younger kids cheaper.
Yeah, really. I don't know. Yeah, who knows what they're
Pay
paying
them
them.
less?
I haven't even gotten into that. Yeah, I'm curious how that goes. But I was so shocked that soccer is making headlines for teenagers playing the sport professionally. And I think maybe it is publicity, too, to really drum up, hey, you're a kid, you could play pro soccer, you have a chance. If this 14-year-old could do it, you could, too. And, to bolster youth soccer, programs around the country. Because soccer's a great sport for kids. I think it's a great sport for kids. I played it my whole life growing up, and I loved it. I just don't find it interesting as an adult sport.
Yeah, I think if I'm going to be at home, and this is just from a guy who played soccer for 12 years. If I'm going to be at home and I'm going to watch something, I would prefer to watch a game that ends with a score of 110 to 92 for basketball, or 35 to 18 football, versus the possibility of watching a game that ends 0-0. And then that's it. That's a hard thing to have spent 90 minutes doing.
Oh, for sure. And because I had a friend of mine, his dad played hockey. And people would always complain about the low score in hockey. And he'd be like, yeah, well, if we gave ourselves 7 points for every score, it'd be a different game.
Sure.
And so there is something to that. But you mentioned 35. That's pretty average football score. That's still 5 goals.
Yeah, it's solid.
Which doesn't happen very often in soccer. It's 1-0. See, I'm British. 2-0, 2-1, a shootout or something. Yeah, I liked indoor soccer for a little bit because it was a little more fast-paced.
I played a little bit of that growing up.
Yeah, I liked watching it a little bit better. I like watching hockey, but I don't even watch hockey a lot. It's like the hockey's
Unless
so
they're beating
fast.
each other up. I
Hockey,
don't really
they
care.
do get into tussles. Soccer, you don't see a lot of
You see
fights.
flopping in soccer.
It's so sad.
The amount of the flopping that happens. Oh, I've just been kicked, and they fall down and they writhe in pain, and then all of a sudden, when no one cares, they get back up and run. It's like, oh, it's horrible. I have a story for you since we spent time talking about soccer. I'm gonna even it up here, Lady Rock.
Yay.
A story of love.
Aw.
Because I know you love love, and I know you love the Royals.
Oh, don't I?
Princess William and Princess Kate, Princess of Wales. They have a fairy tale love. They were college sweethearts. They went to became a married couple, had a royal wedding, 3 children together. I mean, it's just so amazing.
Beautiful.
But did you know that he broke up with her a few times before they got married?
I think I knew that they
Did
had
you?
broken up, but I didn't know. I don't think I knew that it was him breaking up with her. If anything, I would see it her breaking up with him.
I would think that too, and especially like him with hair breaking up with her. Like, okay, maybe if he's now, there's no way he's
Bless
breaking up with
him.
her. You
Bless
know,
him.
like now he's just holding on as tight as he can. Because like I didn't know this. Like he had a full head of hair, and they. And I mean, obviously, he's outkicked his coverage now. But, like, they had a breakup in 2007. Kate was about to turn 25. William was doing his service in the military. And, the Crown wanted them to get married. So everyone's, like, waiting for an engagement. But instead, he's like, we need a little bit of space. And he was unable to promise her marriage. Yeah.
Ouch.
And so they had a 30-minute conversation. They acknowledged they were on different pages. And they broke up via phone, not even in person.
Bless.
Yeah, so...
Well, it sounds like he didn't break up with her and that it was mutual.
Well, no, she wanted to keep going, but she had to then say, okay, well, yeah, we're on different pages. Like, she wanted to. Okay. And he was like, no, I'm out. But then they reconnected at a friend's party a year later or something like that, and they reconciled, and then the rest is, as they say, a fairy tale happily ever after. Marty and I broke up at one point in time when we were dating.
Now, who broke up with who?
I broke up with her. I know. Again, what was I thinking? I don't know. Like, it's so long ago. I don't know if I was just like, I don't know if I'm ready for like commitment because things had gotten serious, or if I just felt like trapped. I don't know.
What, trapped?
Yeah.
How far along were y'all in your relationship?
I would say a decent amount of time.
Okay.
And then because I remember like saying, yeah, I think we should like see other people. And then I remember her like not wanting to see other people. And like I felt really bad because I could see that it hurt her, and like it was only for like a week. We only broke up for like a week, and then I did realize, okay, yeah, I miss her. She's amazing and stuff. And what have I done?
She was like too little, too late.
Yeah, like I really had a shot with another girl. That was me out kicking my coverage. Yeah. You know what, babe? You're cramping my style, and I think we should see other people. And then, like 3 days in, I can't see other people. No other people want to see me. Hey, honey, let's get back together.
That's funny.
So that's one that I don't even know if Haley knows that. I don't know if I ever told Haley that or not. Like that we had broken up at one point in time because I think she thinks we have the perfect relationship. Which is pretty close.
She needs to get out more.
All right, Rock, what do you got?
All right, this is shocking news. There's a 21-year-old California woman named Jenna who just received news from her doctors that would be devastating for most of us. No, she doesn't have a terminal illness. She was diagnosed with mast cell activation syndrome, MCAS for short.
What is that?
It's a condition where the patient experiences frequently repeated episodes of severe allergic reactions to multiple things.
We are allergic
involving
to
like getting an EpiPen and all that stuff.
So serious reactions,
Very
not
serious.
just like I got itchy.
No, this is serious.
It's a weird thing in our society because like I kid around with like people that are like, oh, I don't want gluten. If you don't want gluten because of like you're a vegan or whatever, that's a choice. I feel bad for the people that are like, I have to eat gluten free because it makes me violently ill. because it's in everything, you know.
It's making him ill.
You okay
No.
there?
It's the gluten he had
I
this
was
morning.
burping because I was thinking about a life without gluten, and I thought I can't live in that world, you know. Yeah.
Well, Jenna's MCAS is so bad, doctors have now restricted her to only 13 foods that she can eat. That's
And
it.
I bet none of them are pizza. Like if you said,
no.
okay, I'm going to limit you to 13 foods. You can have Costco hot dogs, you can have Marco's pizza, and you can have marshmallows and Shake Shack hamburgers. Like, I'm like, good. All right, that's fine.
Doctor's orders.
Yeah, can I have a steak? Yes, you can go to Outback. I am fine with that. I could eat that way the rest of my life, but I have a feeling it's not going that way
that's
for her.
That's not the case.
Oh,
so
that
here's
poor girl.
the only the 13 foods that she can eat. They include white fish, turkey.
No.
Yeah.
You like turkey?
It's okay. I eat it to lose weight. Like I don't ever choose
If it's
to
your
eat
forever,
turkey.
it's a forever food.
Yeah.
Green beans,
No.
zucchini,
No.
cucumber,
Nope.
lime.
I like limes, but I mean, can I live on limes? No.
Dates,
Nope.
grapes,
I love
Solid,
grapes.
solid.
raspberries,
Okay, I like raspberries, except the seeds get caught in your teeth.
pears,
I'm iffy on pears, but if I can only eat 13 foods, I'd probably like them better.
chia seeds,
No, why?
and water lily seeds.
What is that?
That's not
along with
real.
olive oil.
Oh, great. So you can take all of that and douse it in olive oil. Like, oh.
Yeah, and you might be thinking, well, how does she create meals with such a limited
Oh, that
menu?
poor girl.
Well, pretty much she just sticks to the same things. So for breakfast, she will have turkey
Ugh.
and chia seed pudding.
Oh, that doesn't, why?
I don't think she mixes them together,
Yeah,
but
but-
she'll have,
But just chia seed pudding. I don't
Yeah.
even understand what that would be.
I mean, because she can have chia seeds. It's like
They're really
pudding, but with little tiny seeds in the middle.
Yeah,
of
they
it.
Well, I
make
mean-
things more like goopy. Like
Okay.
when you add chia
Yeah.
seeds,
Yeah.
we would add them to like overnight oats, and that gives it a little bit more of a texture thing. But I don't think they really have a lot of flavor.
Like, is she putting those in snack pack puddings? Because that would be good.
probably
Snack
can't
pack
have it.
puddings didn't make the list of the
Okay.
13.
probably has
Okay,
the most
then for
generic
lunch
pudding.
and dinner, she has a protein, so that can either be white fish or turkey.
Oh,
with
that's it. But so no steaks even.
No, with a vegetable.
I could. Well, the problem is like I could do fish, but I'd have to fry it. Like I don't like regular fish.
And her only vegetable would either be green beans or zucchini.
Yeah, see, that's fine. I wouldn't eat any vegetables.
And then for snacks, so you'd be living off white fish or turkey.
I'm right now. I'm not eating any vegetables. So
And then for snacks, she'll have fruit or she'll eat water lily seeds.
I
Again,
still.
water-
What is a water lily?
I looked it up.
seed?
It just looks like a white ball.
Oh,
It does.
like I'm curious, like because
Like
I
a
know
marshmallow.
It's like a
if you
I know,
close
like,
your
they-
eyes real tight.
I know they tested her, and I know they have to have eliminated basically all these other things. But then I'm like, are there some things that you didn't test? I mean, because you can't test for everything. Like, did you test ho-hos? Like maybe she could eat a ho-ho.
Yeah, but there's probably some kind of ingredient in a ho-ho that she can't have.
I'm sure
That sends her
It's
into
flour or something.
anaphylactic shock. So then she knows I can't have ho-hos.
Yeah, I guess if it's I mean, I used to like not take it seriously. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, you have a reaction. You're allergic to it. Oh, but then when you meet people that are allergic to the point where they've got an EpiPen something and they could literally die, you're like, oh, because like when peanuts got taken off planes, and I don't even really care for peanuts, but I'm like, oh, all these people whining, why?
my word.
We want our peanuts, and then you're like, okay, that's not worth
not
it.
that big of a
Yeah,
deal.
we can have pretzels. It's fine.
All I have to say, like, if you were Jenna, if your doctors were like, okay, we know that you've come into the emergency room multiple times due to anaphylactic shock,
Yeah.
you can only eat these 13 foods, what would you do?
Oh, I don't know.
Would you power through for maybe a few years
Yes.
for your daughter?
Oh,
wife?
I thought you meant power through eating and just stabbing myself with an EpiPen.
No!
Yeah, I was like, yes, I would.
No.
I
Maybe
would
here and there.
I would go to Shake Shack and I would order my meal and I'd just put my EpiPen on the counter and
just
I would
know.
down that burger and I would tell everybody that I was there. I'm like, look, this is going to freak some people out today, but I need this, okay? So when I finish this thing and I fall, you jab that thing somewhere, preferably not my eye, and and I'm gonna pop up and everything's gonna be fine, and then we'll all
Yeah,
go
but
about
have you
our
seen
way.
the needles on those EpiPens?
Oh, I thought they were inside of it. It was a little thing. Is
I've
it
never-
bad?
Yeah, whenever I've seen
I've
it's-
seen them
an
like in
EpiPen-
movies. They like
Oh,
cook
that's
a thing,
adrenaline.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
then they
yeah.
like come out.
That's
That's something
adrenaline.
else.
Kapow!
An EpiPen is definitely not like you're not stabbing yourself with a straight up needle because
But it has to go in your thigh.
It goes in
right?
your thigh.
It's got to
and
be a strong
so
needle.
It gets into your, I mean, it's weird too that it gets into your bloodstream that fast, like shooting yourself in the thigh.
So you would say you would rather challenge death
Yes.
for a burger
Than eat green beans. 100%. 100%. I would have
you
to.
could have your turkey.
Yeah, I could eat turkey, but then I can't eat 83-cent Walmart ham. Like, I would be sad. I've been eating 83-cent Walmart ham for 7
Maybe you
weeks
could
now.
have a turkey burger.
Yeah, I've had turkey burgers.
The
I can
question
deal with that.
does become like, what can she season? Like, can she?
Right.
It sounds like nothing.
She
has olive oil.
If she was able to use like some seasonings, which again probably is limited, but if she could use some seasonings to diversify how she cooks turkey and fish, then that's one thing. Otherwise, she's just got to find a way to take joy in other things and see meals as just function. I got calories in there, and now I'm moving on.
That's the thing. I mean, that's how when you diet, that's where you need to look at food. You have to change the way you look at it, and it is just for sustenance and not enjoyment. But we look at food for enjoyment, and it's such a big part of life. How do we celebrate? We celebrate with food. What do we do at weddings? We have this big banquet, you know, and
Birthday cake, Christmas dinner, Thanksgiving as a holiday. Turkey. I guess she has the advantage, but
turkey is her Super Bowl, man.
Yeah.
She's like, she knows 1,000 ways to make a turkey, you know, and like and just all day just eats turkey till the trip to something kicks in and she passes out, and then on that day it's not EpiPen. Like I could see like she eats so much turkey she falls asleep.
Yeah.
And then someone jabs her with an EpiPen thinking she's gone into shock. She's like, I was just sleeping. Tryptophan or whatever. Yeah. So, oh man, that's crazy
tough.
one. Do you got any birthdays?
Yes, I do. Christy. She's celebrating a birthday today. Happy birthday,
Yay,
Christy. She said, I've been a listener since Katie Rose was on here. I have no clue how long ago that was. I'm a school nurse who is enjoying summer vacation for a few more weeks with my 15 and 13-year-old kids.
Nice.
Her question is, were you the type of kid who went to the nurse a lot? If you didn't have a nurse, the kid always faking illness or injury to go home?
Oh, I have faked, and I faked once to go home when I was a kid.
Why?
I had a test I wasn't prepared for. We have Jonathan in here who's 9. Don't listen to any of this stuff, Jonathan. Earmuffs. Jonathan and his dad Adam are here today. Once I got to school, like I was like usually like, all right, it's gonna be what it is. I was never a big fan of school. Yeah, but like I definitely tried to fake sick with my mom, but my mom's like, I'm not watching you today, like all day, absolutely not. And so my mom, we had a rule, like you had to be running a fever or you went to school. And then if you came home from school or you stayed home from school, you couldn't do anything like that day, and usually the next day too. You couldn't go out and play. You could do nothing because then it's like, okay, well, how committed are you to this lie?
Right.
You know,
because you have to be. If you get past the okay, we're keeping you home.
Yeah.
You can't break that like seal or that wall. Like you have to be the.
I think it still applies to work. Like if you call in sick from work, I don't think you should go out and go see a movie that night.
No.
Like you stayed home, you were sick. If you were legit sick,
what if it was
a
stomach bug that was 24 hours and it passed by around 8 a.m. that morning?
I still think you should say so you missed work at 8 a.m. Oh,
you missed work for that day because you didn't get any sleep the night before because you were.
Yeah, I still think you honor that and you don't go anywhere.
You honor that.
Yeah, you honor that. I do.
But it's the day of.
I see sick days differently than a lot of people, I guess. Like I still think that you take them when you're sick.
You don't think they exist. You don't even take them when you're sick.
Right. I'm sick right now. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm sick of you. No, I had a friend of mine in high school that she used so many sick days.
Really?
That she was actually told by the school that if you use any more, you're going to fail.
See, and that's your parent allowing that.
Yeah.
Like because you have to have notes and you got to have all that stuff in your parents. So like that's the mom's fault, honestly. Like we were taught you go to school. Like you are going to school.
Yeah,
I got busted for that for missing X amount of days for tailbone surgeries,
Oh.
and then I got taken out. Yeah, I got to go back in, get it checked out. And they're like, "Why is this kid been taken out of school so many times?" My mom's like, "Surgery?" They're like, "Oh, sorry."
Then your mom brings you in, and she's like, "All right, Gavin, show him your tailbone." No, not again, Mom. Insult to injury.
Just murder me.
All right, that's gonna have to do it for your Aftercast for today. And as always, thanks for being a potty.
Growing up in poverty has never been easy for children, but with the added challenges of the pandemic, conflict, and natural disasters, families around the world are facing an unprecedented food crisis. Unfortunately, those who are already hungry are now even more desperate. But by sponsoring a child through compassion, you can help provide life-sustaining essentials such as food and clean water. And with your compassionate support, that child can not only survive, but also flourish. You can find out how and choose a child to sponsor when you click on the compassion banner at wayfm.com.